Long ago, a dark and invisible force plagued our Earth. Only when faced with the power and dedication of the Stand Up to Cancer Foundation would this force quiver. Today, the Stand Up to Cancer Foundation calls on us, the gamer, to organize and to fight back. Over the next 48 hours, we call on only the most epic of gamers to game and the most generous of viewers to donate. And together, we can defeat cancer for good. Welcome to Gamers Against Cancer.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Gamers for Hope, or more specifically, Gamers Against Cancer 2026. I am Howly Mad Mike, and I've been given the honor of introducing us here. So welcome, everyone, back to Gamers for Hope. Yes, we are back. For those of you new to the event, Gamers for Hope run 2 events a year. We run Gamers Against Cancer in the early part of the year, and then we transition over to Gamers Against Suicide in the latter part of the year. And this is an event and a cause that I am very proactive with, because without meaning to get things off on too downbeat, cancer and suicide is something all of us will encounter, if not directly, then indirectly, and it's why this is such an amazing thing that we do here at Gamers for Hope. So I'm going to start initially by just thanking everyone who has donated to this event so far. You are all amazing, and please, with a brand new event on us now, do keep them coming in. We are very, very much looking forward to seeing a lot of runners and a lot of absolutely amazing donations, as well as some amazingly wonderful people in our chat. But as I said, this is Gamers Against Cancer, and you may be curious as to what that's all about. Well, Gamers Against Cancer, we are raising money for the Stand Up to Cancer charity. This is a charity that's based, at the very least, in both the UK, where I am now. Yes, I am a British person, and also in America, but they are one of the world leaders in terms of cancer research. They have been doing cancer research for quite a long time now, and they have a particular emphasis on their research these days of going for as early detection as possible, because as we all know with cancer, the earlier you find it, the better the odds are that we can do something really proactive about it. But they have raised a lot of money over the years, but of course, anything medically related, it's like a massive black hole of money that needs to go into it to make any kind of minuscule progress. So if you can donate, well, I already see that we very handily have the pinned comment at the top of the chat. So if you can donate, please do, because as I said, it's very, very likely, if you don't know somebody that's dealing with cancer, you probably know somebody who does. So if you can donate, please do. But for Gamers Against Cancer and Gamers for Hope, let's have a look at some of the runs we have got coming up, because I have had a sneaky peek at the schedule over the last few days. We're building a little anticipation leading into this. And yeah, there are some absolutely amazing runs coming up, and we are kicking things off as soon as I am done here with a Cuphead run. And let's be honest, Cuphead is like the Dark Souls of platforming speedrunning, so that is going to be absolutely awesome. Following that up, that's by incidentally !YT. We have after that Job Simulator, and yes, we have some VR gaming at Gamers Against Cancer 2026. So that is going to be absolutely incredible too from its page, and you may be hearing my lovely overtures making commentary during that run as well. And I won't go into too much detail, but we also have some Lego coming up. We have Unicorn Overlord, that's new to me, that one. We have Elite Force, the Meow mod. Yes, Build MYE is back, or Build Nye, sorry. Forgive me if I butcher names, I do the best that I can. And then leading us off into the end of the first day, we have a three-way participation with King Xavier, Derek GNC, and Keeps Gaming with Archipelago. So, and then I will be back for Midnight Mayhem in about 8 hours. So that is the early initial plug for Gamers Against Cancer 2026. But as I said, we do have Cuphead coming up very next. But before we go into an intermission, before we start setting up for the first run, because as I said, we should be looking to start that run in about 10-15 minutes. Let me just run through a few useful links for you that you may help you along your journey with us over this weekend, raising money for the Stand Up to Cancer charity. So firstly, if you'd like to learn more about Gamers for Hope, we have a website. It's just gamersforhope.com. That is very, very nice and straightforward. Whoever managed to snag that domain name, congratulations. If you would like to see what's coming up in the schedule, you can literally just go to gamersforhope.com/schedule. It's all very nice and neat and straightforward. Or schedule for you Americans, it's pronounced schedule. It's not schedule. And if you would like to learn anything about the Stand Up to Cancer, as I said, they are just standuptocancer.org. They are our nominated charity for this event. And finally, we do have the pinned comment at the top of the Twitch chat where you can make a donation. But if you prefer to make it difficult, there is the direct donation link, which is gamersforhope.com/donate. You know, if you like exercising your typing fingers, then please do feel free to visit any of those links. And in regards to our Twitch channel here, sorry, got to be careful. I nearly had a very unfortunate slip there. You can also support us here. If you aren't already following, please do consider a follow. These are all options for people who may not have the funds to make a donation at the moment. You can drop us a follow. If you have Amazon Prime, please do not forget that you have that lovely, delicious, free Amazon Prime sub that you can give to a Twitch channel. I have already slapped mine on Gamers Against Cancer 2025 because who likes adverts? And let's face it, we as a channel, we are not overly pernicious when it comes to adverts, but they are still very annoying when they crop up in the middle of a run you are enjoying immensely. So if you can give us a sub, please do. And of course, bits, just anything you can do, no matter what it is, please do all you can to help support us here. Because if we as Gamers for Hope can grow, then that just means that we can increase our influence and look to raise more money moving forward. And speaking of money, I'm not going to say the exact figure, but I know for a fact that we are getting very, very close to a very significant milestone. Yes, we are knocking on the door of the $10,000 mark raised in just the last 2 years, which would be absolutely awesome. And we already have a donation, it would appear. The tally doesn't seem to be adding up to what we have. Oh no, there we go. It's slowly all trickling through. Apologies, live. I'm looking at all of these donations that are coming in, and we have a $50 donation from BuildNye. I really hope I'm getting your name right there. But with a comment, let's get this party started. Woo! And meow meow meow. We have $3.64 from 9IQ with a comment, let's go. And we have $10 from LeBron James. If that's the real LeBron James, then, maybe you could do slightly better than $10. But with a comment, boom, 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 boom. But thank you, everyone who has donated already. We are already at the $63.64 mark. And yes, I'm looking at chat. If that is the real LeBron James, then we have been touched by a basketball legend. Just one who... Wow, my knowledge of basketball goes back to the 90s, so I am absolutely not even slightly with sports at the moment, so I'm not even going to attempt to make any kind of joke or analogy there. But thank you, everyone who has donated so far. That's a wonderful way to start the event. Less than 20 minutes in, and we're already knocking on the door of the $100 mark. But I'm going to stop talking now because we need to start setting up for our first run of the event, which will be Cuphead from !YT, and that'll be coming up in about 15-20 minutes. So grab yourself a drink. It's getting towards, well, as the expression goes, it's always 5 o'clock somewhere, but I'm just on the soft drink, I can assure you. But grab yourself a drink, a snack, get ready, because after a short intermission, Gamers Against Cancer 2026, we'll be right back.